Hello everyone, today I'll be doing a solo Grandmaster run Scarlet Keep with Warlock. For my subclass, I'll be using Void Walker. Here are the mods and fragments I'll be using in this video. For my kinetic, I'll be using Obelisk. For the arc hand cannon, I'll be using Shoot to Loot for the cheat spot. Next, I'll be using the famous linear fusion. Here are the mods. In the build I'll be using this video. The exotic I'll be using is Controverse Hold. Scarlet Keep, one of the most famous nightfalls where you are forced to use Eriana's vow or anarchy back in the day, a couple seasons ago. When using Eriana's vow, it took around 3 precision shots versus now 3 or just 1. Now the good news is we could actually use different kinds of weapons for this season. And unfortunately there's going to be a Q mod, so for this week unfortunately we're going to be having the arc mod where adds shoot 50% damage dealt with you, but you can shoot around 25%. So I did put 2 modifiers to double the arc resistance in solar, since a lot of acolytes do shoot fire and snipe. Now in this area, as you guys saw, there's going to be one bigger champion. You can take him down or you can wait. I would recommend to take him down as much as you can because he will walk back to the door. Not going to be really good, so I recommend you take him down. You can also throw your nade. Sometimes the acolyte sniper does teleport there. You know, finally I did spawn kill that annoying sniper because since I don't have sniper resistance on my chest plate, it will one-shot me. Unless I do have high resilience, which I don't for my Warlock, unfortunately for that. Then I have to be very cautious with the snipers in this Nightfall. Now the weirdest thing about this area is back in the day there used to be 2 wizards. I swear to the Bungie, but now they nerf it a bit with 1 wizard. I could be wrong because I remember there were 2 solar wizards, but then now there's 1. And you can throw your nade near the acolytes and then you can get your nade back since we are using the Controverse Hold for the Warlock. Then I'll be spamming the hand cannon. And yeah, this is going to be a long run, so I'm going to try my best to talk and then make little jokes with the champion, etc. just to make it more interesting. So there are 2 champions from left and right. Now it's best to spawn kill the first champion because he will walk to the right side and it's not going to be a fun experience. Let me just tell you that. Completely honest. Trust me, I've been there and it's not fun. Now there will be another barrier champion hanging around with the acolytes or these fire dudes, which I like to nickname. You can use Obelisk. And once you stagger the champion, just use your super. Might as well use your super since we're going to be spending 7 to 10 minutes of our life in this room. Of getting the orbs, taking down the wizards, and then dealing with more champions. So this is like my most disliked Nightfall. It's not because of the boss or anything, they just spam way too much champions. It's like someone higher, where can we put the champions, right? And then the person who was programming the champions said, okay, over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. So we're going to be killing a lot of champions and I lost count. I think it's maybe 28 champions. Maybe 30. I'm not 100% sure, but I swear it is way more than Glassway, way more than Arms Dealer, way more than Birthplace, more than Lightblade. And it's absolutely ridiculous. It's almost like a garden world of how many champions are, but even this Nightfall has more champions than Garden World. And yes, I know that Nightfall is sunset. I'm just giving an example. Now, I did spawn kill the thralls, and then there will be a Solar Knight, which I highly recommend you take him down, because for some odd reason, he can one-shot you sometimes. Even though you have double arc resistance, he can one-shot you sometimes. It's weird, very annoying. And over here, I did quickly go on top of the roof, because there will be a wizard. There will be a wizard, acolytes, and then once you kill the wizard, then the orb will spawn. Now during this part, I would recommend to try your best to do precision shots, which I was doing very terrible at the moment. Once you take down the wizard, you throw your nade, you can shoot down the acolytes, these fire dudes, and when you do kill them, there will be a fire in the ground, so be aware that it can damage you. Since you can see here, it did damage me a bit, which is not fun. Then you could pick up the orb and drop it. Now another thing you can do, which I have seen only one player done this, where you can actually pick up the orb and you can just take down the barrier champion, take on the acolytes, and then you can just save a lot of time to make your way to dunk the orb. I've only seen one player, but I think he quit. I don't think he's playing Destiny anymore, but he did a really cool strat of picking up the orb. It's really hard to do, by the way. You have to take down all the acolytes fast, all the barrier champions fast, and then you can make your way to dunk the orb. You have to go really, really fast, but I do recommend just to drop it because you need to take your time dealing with the barrier champion. I decided to go down the stairs. Sometimes there is ammo, right? And you can just pick up your ammo on the way. And then you can dunk the orb and then go to the left side. Yeah, left side. Isn't this fun? In this area, what you can do here is you can go on top of the roof. We already took down all the snipers, right? All the acolytes previously. We could take down the wizard and he will move from the left side when you don't take him down quickly. So make sure you take your time, do precision shots. Once everything is good to go, I was just double checking. You can make your way down and get the orb. Now be aware that these acolytes sometimes teleport. I had moments where I saw them, they disappear, and then they one-shot me. I don't know why, it's just very unlucky. But things happen. Now you can drop the orb or you can pick it up. I would recommend just to drop the orb. You can take down the barrier champion. Now here's the weirdest thing about these barrier champions. They seem to be easier to take down when you're on top of a platform. Any platform that you're on top, like especially this area, the barrier champion can't really hit you that well compared to straightforward. Or when you're at the stairs and it's at the top platform, then the barrier champion can take you down very easily. It's super weird. I realized the barrier champion's weakness is when you're on top of the roof or anything taller than the champion, not mid, like tall. He can't really hit you, and that's something good to know, especially during the plate room, especially when he falls down from the bottom floor. Now with these cursed thralls, I would just jump over them. But be aware, you have to be very careful because if you don't jump at the right time, then they will kill you. Well, I would say two-shot you. Once we make our way, now we can actually, go to the next area, to the bridge. Now this is the area which you're probably gonna know what's gonna happen. Yes, more champions. What, you guys thought all the champions we killed is done? Yeah, right. I don't know about that, but we're gonna be dealing with 2 solar, well, Arc Knights or Arc Captains, right? And then another unstoppable champion. Isn't that fun? For you guys, not for me. It's so fun. Seriously, if someone was gonna make a drinking game of how many champions they see, it's already it's gonna go a while, right? So you can stagger the champion from far distance, and what I'm doing over here is I don't want to make the unstoppable champion aggressive. So he will just do little stomps here and there, you know, just walk slowly, right? You know, he looks really harmless, but he is extremely dangerous. And his void attack actually melts because we don't have any void resistance. So if the snipers can one-shot you, then probably the unstoppable champion can two-shot you with its void attack. Now there are acolytes that throw fire and there are snipers. So be aware of snipers in this area because they're the ones that can mess up your run. And be aware of acolytes that love to shoot fire, which is why I like to call them fire dudes as a nickname, because they just spam fire, they play hide and seek. And I used to use Warmind cell build back in the day, but now I can't, so that's a bummer. Still, Warmind cells are only good for other stuff, not just making them, not just destroying the Warmind cell, but leaving them and using them for something else is beneficial. But I do want to use the Elemental Well for the Warlock since it's more beneficial for this season. Now, like I said, there are snipers in this area and you must take them down or they will one-shot you, basically, for the GM. Unless you have high resistance on a Warlock, which will be pretty hard to do since you do want high discipline, high recovery. Would recommend be very cautious. Now it was being pretty bad over here, so there's going to be a lot of acolytes. You must take them down because they will walk backwards and make your life much more difficult. So I was trying to shoot down this wizard and just moves around left and right. You know, I was trying to save my heavy, by the way. And that's why I didn't use my heavy. I only had 2, right? So I couldn't really use my heavy. Now, because I didn't throw my nade again, right? Because I didn't have it. Now I'll be dealing with more acolytes because these guys are gonna back away towards the barrier and the Shirker, and it's just not gonna be a fun experience for me. Which is unfortunate because my other run it was perfect, but then I died in the elevator, which was unfair, but things happen when acolytes push you. You know, you try to go through the door, like, no, Blitz, you can't go there. And then you get pushed and then you die. That's basically what happened on my other attempt of trying to go to the boss fight with this loadout. And when I did went to the boss fight, this was my first go at the boss fight. Now I was trying to pick up some ammo and then finally this wizard was appearing from my eyes. We can just do some precision shots and then just make our way. And then guess what, guys? Here's the best part. More champions. Yay! Woohoo! This is so fun. So I decided to back away because for some odd reason, I don't know why, this barrier champion likes to shoot from far distance, and also I was trying to get some special because I ran a special, by the way, and I need a lot of special to deal with this barrier champion. So what I'm planning to do for this is I'm going to stagger the barrier champion, use my super, and hope to the Bungie and the Traveler that the Noah bomb will just go to the boss, well, to the champion, not to the Shirker. Sometimes it has a mind of its own and just decides to just not feel like go to the champion, right? And then just goes to the acolytes or the Shriekers, which is why I recommend to take down all the acolytes and don't let them back away, which didn't happen in this video. It happened in my other video, but I had to redo it, you know, because of the elevator issue. So yeah, this bridge is a bit awkward because this barrier champion, for some odd reason, loves to shoot from far distance. It always has been from previous seasons, so this isn't a big surprise. The only big surprise is the Acute mods, which they said that it wasn't going to be available for GNs, but then they said it is, which I'm not surprised, to be honest. I had a feeling they were just going to keep it there. And of course, many people would disagree. I do disagree of having these Acute mods, but I had a big feeling that they were just going to keep it. And it's okay, I guess. I mean, there's really nothing I can say about that. More info on that. Alright, so once we take down the barrier champion, now we're to deal with the Shirker. Now the Shirker can melt you, so what I like to do is I crouch and wait for the Shirker to stop shooting. Yes, I'm basically doing that. Once it stops for a while, then I wake him up. It's like, hi Shirker, woo! And then we take down the Shirker, or the unhallowed Shirker, unhaloed Shirker. That's the name from what I saw from the text. Then we can take down the acolytes. And then actually go to the next area. Seriously, how long we've been in this area? Like around 6 minutes so far. When you do see a lot of special ammo, I do recommend you leave them there just in case you need it. So if you do see a lot of ammo, always come back if you are low, because we're gonna need a lot. So excuse me by my poor nade. So because plan A didn't work out, I had to go for plan B, and let me just say that that sniper teleported. Yeah, no joke. So remember when I said about acolytes love to teleport around in this area? Well, they do. A lot. So always be aware of these acolytes, especially the sniper. They teleport. They're very annoying to deal with. Which is why I wanted to spam Obelisk, or I could use Lemon Arc or other weapons. Or maybe Galley. If using rockets, then I would recommend using Lucent Finisher. But then again, if you are using the cheese, then I don't even think you need Lucent Finisher so much. But I would recommend it, by the way. Alright, so I did miss one sniper, so that was a big scared moment. Now in this area, so the capturing 3 plates. Now this part can be a bit tricky, which I would just try your best to throw your nade, or the barrier champion will walk away. So for this footage, I'm trying to figure out if he ran away or he stayed. So yeah, he ran away in this one. And in this video, I decided to just leave him a bit, and I'll deal with him later. Now, I really hate this barrier champion because he has a mind of his own. If you don't take him down quickly, he will be a little aggressive. There will be parts where he just stands still, and he'll just push and shoot arc, like right now. Ran away because he was way too close to me. Way too close. I decided to wait for my nade and throw it. so I can calm him down, because he was just being extremely aggressive with me and it's not looking good. So I decided to just pull back a bit, and then he died. Not really sure what happened there, but it looks like Bungie felt pity for me, right? Say, okay, Blitz, here you go, free kill for the champion. And then I got the kill. So that's not supposed to happen, by the way. I was supposed to throw my nade and then spam Obelisk. And then for some reason it got killed very quickly. So yeah, this is the GM, guys. That's basically what happens. It has moments like that, teleportation or barrier champions that decided to feel like, you know, they want to die, and then you get a free kill. Yay! Woo, this is fun. So, for the 3 plates, once again, when you do capture or touch the plate, there will be a wizard that will spawn in the middle, and there will be acolytes from left and right that will spawn. Now I do recommend to use your super and then back away. You can also just stay in the area, but be aware the acolytes do throw fire. And you have to be very careful with them, because these acolytes will melt you, especially if you don't have light resistance. Or if you don't have high resistance on your Warlock. If you don't have high resistance on your Warlock, then you're gonna have a problem with these acolytes. So I do recommend you take them down. Now we'll be spamming a lot of obelisks in this area. There will be a lot of acolytes from left and right. Now it's best to not push towards the plates yet, because if you do go too close to the plates, then you'll spawn the wizard and more acolytes, which we don't want that to happen yet. Now there are many ways to deal with this plate. Mine is a bit different, so I can remember of the spawns, and this is just me, everyone's different. Alright, so once I do clear down all the acolytes, you know, everything's done, everything looks fine, right? You know, I was just scouting, waiting, looking. Now I can capture the plate. I'm gonna be capturing the plate and then throwing my nade, and hopefully I'll take down the snipers. So if I remember right, there are around 4 snipers, and then there's another barrier champion. So yeah, another barrier champion, and then I back away because there are snipers. So yeah, 3 snipers, and then there should be 1 more or 2 more, but we'll figure out together so I can make sure of how many snipers are there. Okay, so there's gonna be 4 snipers, so you can actually spawn kill the snipers, and then there will be thralls that will spawn. So I recommend you throw your nade to take them down. And yeah, these thralls push when you pass these, I would say, these mini walls from left and right. And I was trying to take down or double check. There is also another sniper. So 4 to 5 snipers. I forgot and lost count how many snipers we killed. I remember it was 3, then I saw another one. So 4 to 5 snipers spawn, and then there's a barrier champion. So once we take down the barrier champion, then things are going to be a little bit more easier, because now you can roam around the middle of the map for now, and then deal with the wizards from the left and right plate. Now if you're on Hunter, if you feel like it, you could just skip all the champions and capture the plate and capture the plates just to complete this run if you don't want to go for platinum. In this video we are going for platinum, but I'm just letting you know. So the barrier champion, I guess, teleported or fell down, so I had to back away because Obelisk, you know, was so strong on the barrier champion. It didn't like it, so it just felt like dropping down to the ground floor. I just love barrier champions in this Nightfall. It's just fantastic. Oh yeah, did I mention they like to do ballerina twirl? So when you do shoot precision shots, or you know, if you're linear or anything, it's going to be doing this twirl, ballerina twirl, and then shoot arc. And it will be very accurate for some odd reason. So yeah, we took down one barrier champion. Now we're gonna be dealing with another wizard. Isn't this fantastic? It's just so fun. I just love wizards. And then I ran out of ammo for heavy, but luckily we have obelisks. So there are 4 acolytes and 1 wizard, which likes to throw them around. And it's just so fun. Now I took down that wizard, and I'm going to be dealing with another wizard. Yes, another wizard with the super. It's just perfect, right? Perfect. So there will be more acolytes that will teleport from the top platform as well. So you have to be very aware. And the wizard loves to float around, go behind a wall, try to spam its poison toxic on itself. To think that I'm there, but I'm not. I'm all the way from this area. Since we took down all the wizards, now we actually have more room to roam around the map. So that means we can go from the left side or the right side. And it's much more easy to deal with champions. Anyway, this is my own method. Everyone's different. People would say, well, actually, Blitz, you don't capture the middle plate. You actually... I know. Everyone's different, guys. So just let everyone know. Now when you are capturing the plates, there will be 4 acolytes from left and right. Well, 2 acolytes from left and right. And then I pull away. I pull away because, well, the barrier champion, yeah, I remember them. They like to spawn and jump on the platform from the basement. I mean from the ground floor and then on the top floor. Yeah, they're just so fantastic, aren't they? Now these barrier champions are very dangerous, so this wall seems to be very secure. You can throw your nade and then take him down with obelisk or with your heavy. Or if you have loosened finisher, this will be the perfect time to spam heavy. If you are planning to use that instead of bomber. Indisciplined, etc, etc. So now in this part, you can capture... So like I said, 4 acolytes, and then you could pull back. Now I didn't capture the 2 plates yet. I'm first dealing with the barrier champions, the acolytes, you know, just to make my life easier. So now next, another barrier champion. This barrier champion's awkward. Sometimes it doesn't like to cooperate. So you can see here, it likes to be behind. It likes to hide behind this wall. Then it's gonna pull up his barricade. You know, it's gonna be complicated. Hopefully he'll move. You know, he's not going to be a smart Bungie. But he didn't move, so I tried again. I throw a nade and hopefully he'll do a twirl, ballerina twirl, right, for everyone to see. Just want to show his dance skills. And then I decided to just push and just take him down because he was just not walking. Usually he walks even though you overload nade him, right? But for some reason, that barrier champion didn't feel like walking around. It was just being very awkward. But it's okay. We finally captured the 3 plates, and now we can actually go to the next section. So yay for that, right? I mean, if you guys think that's all the barrier champions, then yeah, about that. There's gonna be more barrier champions. Like, we're not even halfway through. Well, almost. We still have more barrier champions to deal with in this Nightfall. Alright, so I did a time skip here because it's just me running and running and running. Yeah, no one wants to see me run for 10 seconds of my life. So I decided to throw a nade. Over here, there will be a lot of acolytes, and be aware that there are 2 snipers in this area, which they can ruin your run and then you start all over again. Or basically go back to orbit. Oh yeah, did I mention that barrier champions love to teleport in this area? It's just wonderful. It's just so fun. It's like, woo, hello Blitz. And then they teleport all the way from the left side, the barrier champion. Like I said, there are acolytes from the right side, and there are 2 snipers. Make sure you take down all the snipers. Then you can push and deal with the barrier champion once you deal with the acolytes. The 2 fire dudes that love to spam fire, and then the 2 snipers that can one-shot you if you don't have void resistance or sniper resistance. Now this barrier champion is very tricky, so I would recommend to take him down immediately because he is extremely dangerous. He has a mind of his own. Just like the previous barrier champion we had to deal with, he can be tricky. Now there will be thralls in this area, so I do recommend you throw your nade and then back away because sometimes these thralls will jump and hop around, right? And it can be a bit awkward. They only 2-shot you when they melee you. Maybe 3-shot. I'm not entirely sure for this season. Last season was 2-shot, and then this season I'm not entirely sure. And be aware of snipers. Yes, if you see a purple dot on their arm, that means they are snipers, and that's a big emergency mode of you kill them and you have to go to PvP mode and just take them down quickly. Now there would be another barrier champion. What, you guys thought that's all the barrier champions? Yeah, more barrier champions. Now if you want to, you can take him down quickly. In this video, I wasn't able to take him down. I did in my previous, but it's alright. You know what? It was 12 AM. I was just tired. You know, things happen. Sometimes your flawless run is not the best, and then your previous runs was good, but then you die on the elevator. So there are a lot of snipers, and this can be a bit tricky because we must take down these snipers, and then there's a barrier champion, right? And then there's a Shirker, and this can be a bit annoying to deal with. Now I was just trying to shoot the ammo from my hand cannon since it has shoot to loot, right? And I was trying to take down the barrier champion from this angle because from my previous footage it used to stand there, but for some reason it's behaving very awkward, doesn't want to move in this video. So I was like, okay, plan B. You know, I made it up myself because I never done this part. Usually it stands on the right side, but it didn't want to. It didn't want to cooperate with me, so I decided to just try to make it move a bit. Hopefully he'll cooperate with everyone over here, with all the guardians. Or he's just gonna side with Bungie and say, nah, Blitz, you gotta deal with me on the left side, not the right side. I throw on my nade again. Hopefully I'll hit him or something. Didn't work out. He moved. He did the ballerina twirl. I remember that. Then I quickly tried my best to take him down. But then guess what? Yeah, guess what? I ran out of ammo. So I had to go back and get some ammo. So I'm going to do a time skip for this. This is so annoying. Alright, so once I went back to get some ammo because, well, you know, bad luck. Decided to throw my nade at these snipers, and there's still more. 1, 2, 3, around 3 snipers. I would say 3 more. I think there's one hiding, you know, and I gotta deal with this barrier champion. This barrier champion is super annoying, especially when you don't take him down quickly. So I try again, I throw my nade, and finally it was at the right angle. You know, usually supposed to be in this specific angle previously, You remember it was on the left side, the barrier champion, and now it's at the right angle. And yes, the barrier champion just loves to twirl like a ballerina from the right. It does that all the time. It's extremely normal. It's very normal. If it happens to you, it just wants to show you the dance moves. Alright? Now there'll be more snipers that we need to take down, and then another barrier champion that is all the way from the back. Now I really hate this part because there's a Shirker and there's really no place to hide. There's a mini wall over there from the left side, then there's another one, like a mini lantern platform that you can go behind. But the bad thing is the barrier champion and the acolytes can throw fire at you. I threw a nade just to see if there's any snipers that will move, but I didn't see any. So now let's just spam and use the power of shoot to load hand cannon. That's basically what I was doing and why and how I got my ammo. So now I'm going to try to use my super and then hide. And oh my god, Acolyte ruined it. So what happens when Acolyte ruins it? I swear this is this is extremely bad. So I crouch so the Shirker can hide, then I backed away. So yeah, more acolytes. Isn't this fun? So now do you see why I hate the Shirker? It's these moments where I just want to switch to a hunter and just skip this Shirker, you know, or use a glaive and suppress this annoying Shirker. So now plan C, because my Nova did nothing. So now I'm gonna try to crouch, put my healing rift, and then just crouch and wait patiently. You gotta play Metal Gear Solid, guys. And if you never play Metal Gear Solid, then oh my god, you're missing out. So I hide, make sure this Shirker doesn't go aggressive, and then take him down. So now there'll be another barrier champion. Yeah, remember this barrier champion? Oh, it just loves to do the ballerina jump. Did you see that? It's just fantastic. I love it. You know what will make this run even more fun for you, but not for me? Another barrier champion. Like really, they're gonna pull another barrier champion in front of me? Well, guess what? They didn't disappoint you. They disappointed me. There's another one. Whee! This is so fun. I just love barrier champions. My goodness. Seriously, how many barrier champions that we took down? I lost count already. They spam way too much. You know, I was thinking maybe they could reduce a bit of barrier champions in this Nightfall. But nope. I don't think they wanted to. So, still they spam all these champions and it's ridiculous. Now, I always just move from the left side. It's just safer. I always do this on Hunter. And it works well on Titan, and it works well on Warlock. Now let me just introduce everyone, all the Guardians, the slowest elevator in entire Destiny franchise. This elevator is so slow, it reminds me of those buildings, like these old buildings where the elevators just go so slow, you know? And this is the part where you're gonna go to the doors. So remember Last Wish where you had to pick a door? Well, imagine Acolyte in the door and you have to throw a nade, right? And then you have to quickly go in the door before these snipers destroy you, right? Or the boss destroys you, right? So that's basically what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna play the Last Wish method and we gotta pick the doors, right? Throw a nade. Get into the door. Well, mainly you want the doors that are open. There are two doors parts. That way you can hide behind a wall, crouch down, And hopefully the sniper from the right side doesn't see me. I see him. It's like, oh my god, I see you, Blitz. No, you don't. You don't see me. And then we can teleport to the first phase of the pre-boss room. Yeah, isn't this fun? So this area is tricky. I do recommend to just back away, throw nades of your life. If you do panic, then use your super as well, by the way. But I do recommend to have your super for the next phase of dealing with the unstoppable champion. Yeah, the unstoppable champion is the one that's going to be very annoying to deal with. And guess what? You know what's the best part about this? More barrier champions! They just want to show that ballerina twirl, guys. That's the reason why we have so many, that's why we have so many barrier champions. It's like, I want to show you the technique, Blitz, while shooting arc at you. Okay, sure, but I don't want to die in this Nightfall, barrier champion. So we're gonna bait the barrier champion, and it's gonna do his twirl. See, I told you guys, these barrier champions just want to show you their dance moves. And you just have to ruin for them. Gotta ruin with your linear fusions. Alright, once we take down the barrier champion, now we have another one from the left side. Yes, not even joking. Another barrier champion. Woo! Yay! More barrier champions. So fun for you guys, not for me. So this barrier champion seems to be a bit tricky. I hate this barrier champion. Not only he likes to twirl, but he likes to play PvP. And I hate PvP. So this barrier champion is evil. Seriously. If I didn't have my healing rift, that could have one-shot me. It doesn't make sense. I don't know why this barrier champion is so powerful than the other barrier champion. It's just weird. It's random. I don't understand. Doesn't make sense. So the only way I can think of dealing with this is you have to overload this barrier champion so it can be less aggressive, which is why I recommend to put overload nades. It really helps for some odd reason. I mean, it did also help with a overload bow. Well, any overload helps for some odd reason with these barrier champions or any champion. Except unstoppable. I wouldn't say unstoppable is helpful, but for the barrier it is. So now I'm going to be throwing a nade again to suppress them and to deal with the wizard. It's just so fun, isn't it? More wizards. Then the best part is we get to go through the slowest. We get to go through the slowest elevator in this Nightfall. And we're going to be playing the Last Wish method. The first encounter of Last Wish where we have to pick a door and hide there. But seriously, I'm not even joking or over-exaggerating. Another method you can do is you can use this specific emote for this season and then just use your emote to avoid it, but that would be cheating. Let's just be honest. We're not gonna do that. Let's just have fun and just play the Last Wish encounter and pick the doors and just hide. Of course, take down the acolytes. Now be aware that these acolytes can push you. It happened to me. Now I am just jumping because I'm trying to find where the door is. You know, that side, nothing. I don't see any door opening. And then that side, I'm like, oh, okay, I see doors. I sense doors. I see openings. Well, that's where I'm gonna go. Now for this one, I'm gonna go behind the wall because they seem to appear very quickly than the first elevator. So be aware that this elevator is extremely slow and you gotta pick a door. Pick a door that you like, and I picked this one, and it always seems to be the same door. I pop a healing rift just in case something happens. Use my melee and then I hide for my life. And hopefully nothing bad will happen. Then crouch. The reason why I crouch is because they can throw fire at me, and it's not the fun experience you will ever have. Now, during this phase, oh boy. Now the good news is there's no barrier champions. Isn't that great? Remember those barrier champions we had to deal with? But there is an unstoppable that will spawn from left or right. It's RNG. But use your super and get the hell out of there. Always find a mini wall. And if the boss does see you and push, you gotta go for plant C and you gotta twirl around, merry-go-round with the boss. But I wouldn't recommend you do it, to be honest, because he can one-shot stomp you. But it can work. I have tried on a GM before, but I wouldn't recommend it. Try your best to do 2 shots, 1 shot, and then run away. Run away, and if you have your nade, even better. Use your nade. Make life easier for this elevator. First thing you'll want is the boss, well, the unstoppable champion, to push and shoot and spam Void. Because the Void can 2-shot you and it's not gonna be fun. You know, you have to start all over again and you waste 40 minutes of your life. And we don't want that to happen, right? Now, there are 2 wizards from far left and right. There are acolytes. So, in this part, it's best to throw your nade from left and right. You want to make sure you take down all the acolytes, because if you just pick one, like let's just say the left side, then the acolytes on the right side can throw fire at you. It's just gonna make more stress during the elevator room. Well, during this part. Always throw your nade, look left and right. Like I said, they sometimes teleport, so you never know. 1, 2. They're very sneaky. Sometimes they hide behind the walls. And then they just throw fire. Like over here. See, this is why I prefer to just be very cautious. And just make sure I take down all the acolytes from left and right. Always take your time in this area. There's really no rush, you know. Unless you're doing a speed run, then go ahead, have fun, you know. But I'm not doing a speed run for this video. It's just a completion and just to get it done. We took down the acolytes from the right side, and then you can actually take down the wizard. So this is the reason why I just like to take down the acolytes left and right. That way I can have peace and quiet dealing with the remaining acolytes and the wizard. And it's just much more easier to deal with the wizard than just going one side and then they're shooting fire at you from behind. And then you have no place to hide besides the far left side right there, you see? But I wouldn't recommend it. Once we take down the wizard, now you can deal with more of the ads and the wizard. So that's the only good thing about this area is it's only one unstoppable champion. You know what? I think Bungie realized there were too many bigger champions and decided to just put unstoppable champion. That's my prediction for this area. Now imagine they put 2 unstoppable champions. Yeah, that would be too much. I would just put the controller down and say, yeah, that's not fair. Totally unfair, but hey, they decide to spam the bigger champions at light blade. You know? They say, you know what? Let's have the boss move and have barrier champions glitch left and right. Guess what? It actually happened. Isn't that fantastic? Now, I was just looking at the doors, trying to find one. You know, we're gonna play Last Wish. Remember the doors? You gotta go through the doors, and then there's like an acolyte in the door. Well, let's just pretend the last wish has a taken in the door. You have to throw a nade and then go in the door. Alright? Basically kind of like this. Except for last wish, there are no taken in the door, you just pick a door, right? To avoid a one shot from the boss. Over here, you're going to be throwing your nade because there's going to be two acolytes that share the twin doors. Make sure you pick a good door. I like to pick this one. And Jesus Christ, maybe I should have picked the other door. It was just way too risky. So I should have maybe picked the left door. But it's okay. You know, things happen. And we finally made it. Now we can actually go to the boss room and do the cheese. Now, just to let everyone know, there will be some time skips at the cheese because I'll be waiting for my super or looking for ammo, which I will show. Now, this is my first go at the cheese spot. 1. 2, I didn't really practice in the cheese spot because I really don't go to cheese spot for this Nightfall, but I decided to just to show the easiest just for you guys. And I thought it'd be a fun idea to do, especially we're on Warlock and, you know, controverse hold, right? Might as well take advantage of it for this week. So this is gonna be the cheese spot. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun adventure. Alright guys, so of course I will do some mini time skip because there are parts where I should have done but I didn't. This was my first go doing the cheese. And also I would say there are 3 or 4 ways you can do this. So there are these mini platforms where you can go on top. I decided to use my Nova and then just jump over here. On the far right side you can also jump there, which I should have done, to be honest. Now it is a bit slippery and awkward, but then later on you will get used to it. So I was just spamming my nades, and like I said, there will be many time skips because I was being a little bit too greedy. And when I mean too greedy, I mean I completely ignore the Arknights, and I didn't really look for any ammo to shoot the loot with the hand cannon. I wanted the wizard to go to the next phase, but to be honest, I should have just jumped from the far left side, well, right side, and then just see if I can get some ammo. So I was being very greedy. I just wanted to take down the boss, and of course I fell down. So yeah, you will sometimes fall down, and the boss can shoot through the gate, only the left and the right side. Now in the middle, they can't shoot there for some odd reason. So I throw my nade again, and I was just trying to see where the boss was, but like I said, I should have just focused on the Arknights first and then deal with the wizard. But hey, this was my first go for the cheese spot, right? So I was being way too greedy. So now we're gonna be dealing with the next phase, and this is the next phase where I would recommend you shoot the loot. There will be Arknights, a couple Arknights and 2 wizards. Now this is the great time to use your solar heavy to take down these wizards. Now I was being a bit careless because I didn't have enough ammo, 1, and I couldn't find a really good angle. So yeah, as I said before, always take down the Arknights before making the boss move on its next phase, because something like this can happen. So because things wasn't working well, I was trying to see if I could take down the wizard with my heavy. And I was trying to figure out which one should I go, left or right. So, tried again, throw a nade. And then I saw a wizard, I was like, okay, well, luck here. I see a wizard and I want to take him down. So yeah, like I said, this is awkward. I'm not a big fan of doing cheese spots because I never really practiced. The only one I practiced was Exodus Crash, but that's about it. Now I was trying to find another good angle, but these wizards were moving around, these Arcanites, so yeah. When making the wizard go to the next phase, always take down the Arcanites first. That way something like this won't happen. That way you can look for ammo and then take them down. So I saw the wizard and then it moved. I was like, no, why did it move? It was just so awkward, you know. All of these Arcanites double team shot me. So always make sure before you enter the next phase, take down all the knights or the mini waves. That way something like this won't happen. You know, lesson learned for me. Bear with me. This was my first go. So I was like, okay, lesson learned. Don't be greedy. And then unfortunately during the last phase I was being greedy again. So I was trying again, and then things wasn't going my way. These wizards are extremely annoying to deal with these Arcanites in the way, and then things can be awkward. So I was running out of ammo, and like I said, I'm gonna do it many times. I will show of what ammo I picked up from Shoot the Loot with my hand cannon. So I was shooting the edge of the gate, right? And of course waiting for my super, because my super didn't work out. I actually saw some ammo. So you'll see very soon that I throw my nade. You can actually throw your nade from here, which I didn't know. And then Bungie was being my best friend. I found ammo. Woo! Yay! Isn't this just great? And then of course you can make these Arcanites go towards you, but I wouldn't really recommend it. Only acolytes so you can get some heavy bricks. Now I'll do another time skip. I had to get some water. Alright, so I did jump over here and I thought maybe it'd be best to just use my heavy. So I am waiting for my super so I can get rid of these wizards. That way I can go and scatter some ammo, which I should have done previously during the phase. You know, my mistake. You know, I'm not perfect. You know, everyone makes mistakes, you know, especially in their first time doing the cheese spot. So I throw my nade and then hopefully I can take down this wizard. So I try my best and then yay, we did it. So now I decided to throw my nade again, and I saw a lot of ammo. I was like, wow, I need to take down this wizard. Alright, so after I was waiting for my grenade, right, decided to try again, see if I can deal with this wizard. If not, then I'm gonna try to get some ammo, because I need ammo, one, and it's not gonna work out if I don't get ammo. So I was trying again, trying to take down this annoying wizard, you know, just throwing nades, going back and forth, and I'm gonna go to the other edge very soon. Hopefully I'll take down this wizard, and it's almost dead. I was like, no, grenade, please help me. Please, I was begging for my nade to work out, and it did. I was so happy, and now this is the best time to look for ammo. So what I did here, if I remember, is I went to a different platform to gather some ammo. So I was just trying to bait the knight. And then I'm gonna move from a different side probably. And then I need some ammo. Because there's just no way, right, using the hand cannon from far distance is gonna work out. Alright, so like I said, I need to look for ammo. Knights are still alive, which is not good, and of course I fell down. Which is my bad. I mean, you can go back up, it's no big deal to be honest. You know, all you do is go on that edge from the right or left. Then you go from this direction, then you go back to the previous platform. Now mainly I want to get some ammo, so I'm trying not to make too much noises. I was like, please, hand cannon, do your wonders. Show the guardians how good it is. Like, please. Right? For some reason, this invisible wall was in the way of the hand cannon, but it does work. You'll see very soon that it was coming in handy in the beginning. You know, I was trying to find a good angle, and then of course I fell down. Now this time it should work. You can also go down so the Arknights can stay quiet. So finally I got some ammo here. I was trying to get ammo here too, but wasn't working out too well, but I was like, you know what, 6-7 is enough to at least take down one knight, then I can try my best to take down these Arknights. So I decided to just use my super, might as well. I mean, at least I can get some ammo, and hopefully he'll die, but he didn't, which is okay. Then, for some odd reason, then the hand cannon started to work. It started to work, and I was like, wow, it wasn't working before. All my guardians in this video is like, wow, it sucks, hand cannon, and then now it's working. It's just wonderful. See, I told you it was gonna work. You guys didn't believe, like, I don't believe you, Blitz, it's just too far away. It works. So yeah, there you go guys. Hand cannon, shoot the loot, it can work. So now I'm gonna be hopping and shooting. I'll be honest with you, I would prefer to use a bow. Bow is way better. We're doing the hopping shoot. And it can be a little bit ridiculous. And when I mean ridiculous, I mean using hopping with a linear fusion rifle is absolutely ridiculous. And unfortunately, you're gonna see me doing that during the last phase. I didn't want to do it, I just thought it looked silly, but I had no choice. You know, I had to do the silly method, but it worked out okay. Now I'm gonna go to this platform. Now, just to let everyone know, you can also jump back to get a better view, but I didn't do that in this footage because on my GM team, I tried it and then I died. Yeah, because of that, I didn't want to do it for this run, and this was my first go, so. Now I'm gonna go to the next spot, look for the Arknight. And yes, they love to hide, so they do back away and hide behind the walls, especially behind the walls, especially these thralls. So another thing you can do is you can go near the gate, and they sometimes will push. I will say sometimes, not all the time, but they seem to do sometimes, you know. So it wasn't working out too well. I was trying to make this Arknight to push, and you can see they're just walking around, like, hello Blitz, and then they run away. Yeah, this is totally fun, isn't it? Okay, I got one Arknight. At least I got one right from that edge of the gate. Then I saw ammo and I was like, I should have just shoot with the hand cannon, shoot the loot. I should have done that. I think I was just thinking about the Arknights because they were starting to get on my nerves. You know, they keep moving around. You're like, hello, Blitz. Hello, over here, over here, over here. You know, I hate when they play hide and seek. You know, it's so awkward because they were so aggressive and spamming Arc, and now they don't want to do it anymore. Like, it just doesn't make sense. These Arc Knights have a mind of its own. They just spam shoot Arc at you, right? And then you can't get ammo. And then when you're about to get ammo, then they run away. It's just ridiculous. And they seem to do that when you take down all the wizards. That's when they start walking around a lot. That's one thing I noticed, and they also did that without the cheese, by the way. Like when I did this run without the cheese, right, on Master, they seem to run away when you take down the wizards, but they're very, very, very aggressive when the wizards are there. Now we can actually go to the second phase, and yay! Finally, right? I am spamming my heavy, and of course, being greedy, I should be looking for ammo. I was waiting for my nade, by the way, so I can throw my nade and then get rid of this boss. Well, make him move, right? So now we're going to be dealing with the next phase, and this is when we deal with more Arknights. And yes, I fell down. I was thinking, like, should I take down an Arc Knight? But then there was another Arc Knight shooting at me. So I decided to just try again. But go to the opposite direction. So yeah, always take down the Arc Knights, by the way, and of course grab some ammo, which shoot the loot. So because I was taking out the Arc Knights and the boss started to show up, and I was praying to the Traveler and the Speaker, please hit the boss. I think it did a bit, and then it went to the next phase. Now we can go to the fun part, right? We can actually deal with unstoppable champions. So there are 2 unstoppable champions in this area. You can actually use your hand cannon and then just spam obelisks. Now, of course, because I was being greedy again, I should have just run around the map, well, the edges, and grabbed some ammo before dealing with unstoppable champions. My bad for that. Next time I'll probably do better. Now be aware that unstoppable champion will spam Void, and it is extremely dangerous where it can 2-shot you. Yes, I fell down again accidentally. You know, Warlock moments. So I have to go up to these pile of skulls, pile of skeletons, and then try again. So like I said, there are 2 unstoppable champions and you must take them down. So I will do a mini time skip, not in this one, but the next one. The next one, I think I was looking for ammo. So I'm just trying to remember at the moment, but I can't. Alright, now I'll be dealing with more unstoppable champions. Isn't that great? By the way, this is the last champion throughout this entire Nightfall. So that's the good news, by the way. So now you can spam unstoppable with obelisks. And yeah, it's fun. I'm gonna do a many time skip for this. Alright, so I actually had to move from a different angle because Unstoppable Champion moved to an awkward side. So once we defeat the champion, this is the best time to look for ammo. So, decide to use Shoot to Loot, get some heavy, hopefully. Okay, good job, hand cannon. You know, sometimes it doesn't cooperate and then sometimes it does, right? And now this is the best time to spam a lot of nades to deal with the cursed thrall, sniper, acolyte, etc, etc. Isn't this fun? Yeah, there are snipers, so you see those guys with the purple, those are snipers. I wouldn't recommend to stay in the edge of the gate. I was trying to see if I could take them down from the bottom, but it looked too dangerous. I saw 2 snipers, by the way. Not looking good. You know, and definitely would throw a nade at them. Alright, my mistake. There are not snipers, but still I don't trust them. Alright, so I decided to go to the other platform, the dark platform. And now we're going to be dealing with more of these thralls, cursed thralls. So what you can do over here is you will have to bait them. And they could be extremely annoying. It's just cursed thralls, a couple of acolytes, and then once you take them down, right, then you can go to the next phase. Finally, right? I was trying to go to the gate and see if I can make them appear. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It could be a little awkward, by the way. You see, sometimes they do walk. Like, it's just so weird. They do show up and then you're trying to take them down and then they work out or they don't. So there are still a couple of thralls. I see one pushing 3, 4. 4. Wow. I couldn't shoot them, so I had to go up in the air. I had to go on top of the platform to shoot them. Well, too. You know, it would be easy if I can jump over them, but I can't. So yeah, this is very fun, isn't it? I'm having a lot of fun. Just spamming nades over and over and over and over. Now over here I was being way too greedy. So I thought I had enough ammo to deal with the boss, but I didn't. Now this is the last phase, by the way. And what I should have done here is, if it's not working out, I should have just taken down the Arknights. And I thought this was the last. I thought I could take down the boss with this ammo, but I didn't. What I should have done over here is just grab more ammo and then deal with the boss. But like I said, I was being too greedy once again. As always, you know. Then I ran away, and then there's gonna be the final Arknights that will appear. So yeah, like I said, take down the Arknights, forget about the boss. So yeah, you can see here I was just being very greedy. Extremely greedy, so like I said, just take down the 2 Arknights and then you can make then you can take your time at the boss. This is one of the mistakes I done. I should have done it a little bit better, but hey, you know, I'm not perfect, right? So it's all good, right? Things happen. Alright, so I dealt with one Arc Knight, and like I said, always deal with the Arc Knights because they're the ones that are gonna mess up dealing with the DPS at the boss. So make sure you take down the Arc Knights and then you can deal with the boss. So yeah, like I said, that was the one mistake I should have done, but hey, no one's perfect. And now we can actually, you know, do DPS at the boss. So I was throwing nades at the boss, well, at the knights and this, but it did hit the boss a bit when it was roaming around and then backing away. So now over here, I had to do like this bunny hop. I had to do this bunny hop to do shots at the boss. And then I finally took down the boss. So there you go, guys. Lesson learned. Always make sure you take down the Arc Knights before dealing with the boss. So, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.